Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Today is, as I record this, August 29th, and on the church's liturgical calendar, it's the feast of the beheading of John the Baptist. A friend of mine was once asked what John the Baptist and Winnie the Pooh had in common, and my friend's response was, "I didn't know Winnie the Pooh was Catholic." That was not what the person was looking for. Person was just simply looking for the fact that they both have in common their middle name, the. Well, hopefully things get better from here. So this video is just simply based on the fact that I've noticed announcements are getting a little bit longer and longer at the beginning of Mass. Some of this is probably just due to the fact that we're getting closer to the school year, and so there are all sorts of things going on. But I'm sick of all these announcements. And so I just want to be able to have a little bit of a broader venue to share some things that are going on or things that maybe you need to know about. So that's what this is, and we'll see how long I keep doing it. Perhaps it's just another opportunity for us to remain connected as well. So a couple things to keep in mind. The first is that if you're celebrating in your marriage a major milestone, 25 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 plus, that every year the diocese has a special Mass up at the cathedral in Toledo for those who are celebrating these big anniversaries. It's with the bishop, and so it's on October 25th, which is a Sunday, I believe. And with that, there's a website if you are celebrating one of these major milestones that you can go to. It's ToledoAnniversaryMass.org. That's ToledoAnniversaryMass.org. And there you can register for the Mass. Now, they're only taking, I think, 100 couples, and it's really a first-come, first-served basis. So you may not go, and obviously down here in Richland County, it's a bit of a drive. But register nevertheless, even if you're not going to make it, or if you're not one of the first 100 couples, they'll send you a certificate, and they'll be praying for you. The bishop will be praying for you, and the people of our diocese will. So, and I just want to say to those who are celebrating such a milestone, congratulations. It's a great thing. Marriage is a wonderful thing, a sacrament reflecting God's ever-faithful love for each of us. So, congratulations to all of you. And many, many, many happy years to all of you. A couple other things is that we have RCIA, the Rite of Christian Initiation for Adults, beginning on September 9th. This is the typical way that those who are not Catholic join the church. And so if you are not Catholic, if you're looking to join the church, or even if you are Catholic and just want to know our faith better, I invite you and welcome you on September 9th at 7 p.m. over at St. Mary's to join us for RCIA. And we just really kind of discern what God's doing in your life from there. Also, we have religious education beginning. I think it's this weekend here at St. Mary's. So August 30th, we begin with our religious education. And then on September 13th, the Sunday after Labor Day, we'll begin at Resurrection. Now, if you haven't registered or kind of missed the boat a little bit here, that's all right. There's still time to register, still time to join, so know that you're welcome. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to call our DREs at each parish. That's Mary and Jenny at St. Mary's, and then Melissa and Teresa at Resurrection. Additionally, just looking at things coming up, we have our our abbreviated festival feast at St. Mary's. It's really just now that drive-through dinner, but there's also the raffle with a prize of $5,000 and a quilt raffle. So no tickets are still available. Grand prize for the raffle is $5,000. Tickets are only $50. So if you know anyone who needs a ticket, please send them our way. We're still selling meal tickets as well. I think those are $10. And quilt tickets or quilt quilt raffle tickets, I think, are $1 per, 6 for 5, I believe. So there's that. And then at Resurrection, our parish picnic has been canceled for this year just because of all the stuff with COVID, but we decided to continue with the raffle. Again, a prize there of $5,000. Tickets are $50 a piece. Again, if you haven't purchased one yet, know that you can do that online. And if you know people, start selling. It's an opportunity for some people to make some money, but also an opportunity for us as parishes to raise some funds as well. Another thing to keep in mind is the platform Formed, and you can access that by going to formed.org. This is a platform that has been donated. A benefactor has allowed for every parish in the diocese to have a subscription to this for over 2 years, and it's kind of like a Catholic Netflix, some people would say. So there are all sorts of programs, maybe some videos, maybe some online books, podcasts, and then just different programs, whether it's Bible studies or kind of faith group, faith sharing type things, things to help us just grow in our faith. So a lot of quality material on that. And maybe in the upcoming weeks, I'll alert you to more specific items on Formed. But for now, just to keep that in mind, and you can go, if you go to formed.org, there will be a prompt if you've not already signed up, and you can follow the prompt and begin exploring it yourself as well. Okay. Perhaps the last thing to address is, again, a priest from our diocese who was arrested the other week for behavior and actions involving sexual abuse of minors. And it's a very sad thing, a sad day for the church, a horrible thing for the victims, and very difficult for parishioners of this priest's former parish. And so for us, what can we do? Well, at minimum, we can pray for all involved. And I recommended this in my bulletin column, that we begin with praying for all involved, and perhaps we pray the Divine Mercy Chaplet and also the Chaplet of Reparation for priests. And maybe we just do this daily for the next month or so, maybe even longer, to keep that in mind. But it's a very, very sad time, very angering time, frustrating time, distressing, disappointing, maybe even discouraging. But we know that ultimately, as you see behind me, the Sacred Heart of Jesus and the Immaculate Heart of Mary, that we're not alone during this time, and they're with us. They're with us, and they're with those involved, and so we pray for them. One last thing that I forgot about, which is that the diocese is beginning a little bit of an initiative to grow in the faith. And we've prayed that prayer for the Diocese of Toledo, and in that involves Bishop Thomas's desire for the diocese to grow in holy disciples, holy families, and holy vocations. And so for the next 3 months, September, October, November, we'll be doing something. And for September, it'll really involve praying for holy disciples in our diocese. And perhaps in a couple of videos upcoming, I'll discuss that a little bit more, as there's some just reflection questions that the diocese puts out as well with that. So know of my prayers for you. We're getting through. It's a strange time with COVID, and I hope to see you at Mass. We've had a pretty steady crowd coming, but know of my prayers for you, and I hope you're joining us for Mass and virtually. But I hope especially to see you at Mass, as we've been able to go out and about, and as high school football picks up, just a good reminder for us to make sure that we're giving thanks to God for all the many things that He's given to us, most especially the gift of faith and His Son found in the Church. So know my prayers for you, and have a great week, everybody. God bless.